In today's video, we're going to dive into how to create and customize columns in Monday.com. If you're looking for a quick, straightforward guide to make your workflow more efficient, stick around because we'll show you how to set up your boards like a pro. By the end, you'll have a solid understanding of Monday.com's column features and even some alternatives to consider, so make sure you watch till the end. Let's get started with the basics of creating columns in Monday.com. The process is pretty simple, but it's crucial to know where to start. First, go to the board where you want to add the column. At the top right of the board, you'll find the option to Add Column. When you click it, you'll be presented with several column types to choose from. These include text, date, people, status, numbers, and more. Just click on the one that fits the data you need for your workflow. Next thing, let's talk about customizing those columns. Once your column is added, hover over it and click the three-dot menu next to the column title. From there, you can rename the column to something that makes sense for your project. For instance, if you're tracking tasks, you could change Status to Task Progress. Customizing your column names helps keep your workspace organized and relevant to your specific project needs. The fourth thing to consider is adjusting the column settings. For example, if you're using a status column, you can customize the options that appear, like To Do, In Progress, and Done. You can even change the colors of these options for better visual organization. Monday.com gives you a lot of flexibility here to ensure the column fits your workflow needs. Next, let's talk about column types in more detail. One of the most powerful features in Monday.com is the variety of column types. If you want to track the people working on a task, use the People column. If you need to track time, there's a Date column, which is perfect for deadlines. And if you want to handle numbers or costs, you've got the Numbers column. You can also add drop-downs for categorizing information and checkboxes for quick to-do lists. The combinations are nearly endless. Now that we've covered the basics, let's look at one of Monday.com's drawbacks. It can get a bit overwhelming if you're managing a lot of columns. With all the customization options available, it's easy to get lost in a sea of columns, especially for beginners. Sometimes, the interface feels a little cluttered, which can slow down your workflow instead of improving it. The next thing is column dependencies. This is a great feature if you need one column to rely on the value of another. For example, if a task is marked in progress, you can set it so that a follow-up column, like deadline, automatically adjusts to reflect that status. While useful, this feature can also be a bit tricky for new users to set up and understand. But here's something that might interest you. While Monday.com offers a solid solution for managing projects, there are other platforms that could be a better fit depending on your specific needs. If you find Monday.com a bit too complex for basic use cases, or if you want a more user-friendly and streamlined experience, you might want to consider some alternatives. Now, if you've been looking for an even more intuitive project management tool, stay tuned, because at the end of this video, I'll be sharing some alternatives that might be a better fit for your needs. Before we wrap up, I want to let you know that this video includes an exclusive extended free trial for Monday.com. But I've also included some amazing alternatives that might be better suited to the goals we just discussed, and they also come with their own free trials. Through our link, you'll get access to the best free trials and exclusive benefits that are only available to our viewers.